Hey, I kind of have something important that I want to talk about with you real quick.
Oh, what is it? Is it going to take long? If it's about increasing your allowance, I'm most definitely not going to do that for you. If anything, I was planning on reducing and cutting back on your allowance starting next month. Definitely not going to raise it.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk about with you. Actually, I was planning on potentially quitting my job here. I have a lot of reasons, but...
What? What are you talking about? You really are going to quit? Does that mean you're going to be unemployed? You won't have a job? You're already in your 40s, you realize that, right? What are you planning on doing after you quit your job? Do you have something in mind?
Well, I was planning on starting my own business, you know? I think I told you before about this whole business thing. I've always wanted to start my own restaurant and run it ever since I was young.
What? Are you serious? You really need to stop fooling around like that and work a real job, like the one you have right now. How could you be so silly to daydream like that? I'm honestly kind of appalled. You're not young anymore. You have a family. You realize that. Just give up on your hopes and dreams, okay?
We got married really early in my life when I should have been experiencing life. We even had our first child. I've been working hard ever since then with no complaints to make sure that our family stays happy and safe. But Janice is already legal now and has already found a place to work, you know? She's over with college and everything. We've already saved up quite a bit of savings and everything here on out. Like, we don't need to worry about it anymore. I feel that if we wanted to do something, now would be the perfect time to do.
Okay, yeah. Very great joke. You're seriously such a little joker, aren't you? So I'm gonna need you to work real hard and work late today to make sure that you bring in that money for us, okay?
I actually wanted to talk about this last week, but I never really had the chance to do that. So, to be frank with you, I already quit work today. I put in my resignation letter to my boss before I left. Sorry that I didn't tell you sooner, but I really couldn't figure out what the best timing was.
What? Are you serious right now? Tell me you're joking with me, right? I don't want to listen to your stupid little jokes anymore. I'm not going along with any of this crap. If it's a prank, you need to stop right now.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but this isn't a joke or a prank. I was seriously thinking about everything that I wanted to do and my goals, and this was a conclusion that I ended up at.
You're lying. Tell me that you're lying to me. This is all just made up. Tell me that you didn't honestly just quit your job that you've been working so hard at age 45. You're telling me that you're jobless starting today. You're a NEET.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm jobless. But don't worry, baby. I got it all figured out. I'm not just doing this with nothing planned out ahead.
I'm not going to accept this. I'm not okay with any of this going on right now. I will not forgive you for this. I want you to get your job back.
I mean, you say you don't forgive me or to go get my job back, but I already quit my job, and I've been telling you time and time again that it'll be alright because I planned everything out. How about for once in the 20 years that we've been married, you trust me with what I'm doing for myself and my family?
I've made the worst mistake of my life spending my marriage with a man like you. You're the absolute worst. I'm seriously at a wit's end here. This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. How are you going to take care of me with no job? What are you going to do? Love my purses into existence? Do you realize that we have our own daughter to take care of too? How could you?
Hey, okay, you need to calm down, Anna. A daughter that you keep bringing up has already found a place of employment. I don't have any job right now, but that doesn't mean that I have no source of passive income. I'm gonna be settling everything up so that we can keep living together comfortably, so don't worry. You can relax a little bit, okay?
How could I possibly not worry? You really expect me to relax? You piece of trash? You're the worst man that has ever come into my life. I don't need you anymore. You've used up your value to me.
What are you talking about? You don't need me anymore. That's taking it a little too far, don't you think? That's the way you treat me the second I tell you that I've resigned from my job? What the hell, Anna? I worked my ass off for over 20 years for this family, to make sure that everyone is totally happy and safe. I've never complained that my monthly allowance is only $1,000 a month, never. I've had almost no money for me to do anything for my hobbies. I've abandoned all of them. I have no intention of hearing you complain about my decisions after I worked this hard to keep this going.
Yeah, you're useless considering you have no job. You're unemployed, which means that you're going to be living all alone from now on. I'm going to be talking to Janice about all of this, you understand? I'm sure that she's going to have the same opinion as me, but we'll see.
I'll tell her, don't worry. I plan on telling her tonight anyway. Where'd you go, sweetie? How come no one's at the house right now? It's literally empty. Where are you, Janice? And do you know where Mom is right now?
I'm going to be staying with Mom tonight. We're not going to be with you. I heard from Mom you were apparently fired, right? What a loser.
Fired? I wasn't fired at all. What are you talking about? I literally resigned of my own free will. What is Mom talking about? I turned in my resignation papers the day I left.
Oh, come on now. Now you're just being picky. It's all the same thing. How could you possibly make yourself unemployed at that age? You're literally 45. You realize that your 22-year-old daughter has a job, right? She's employed? Are you some kind of idiot? What's wrong with you?
You really need to watch your mouth. You shouldn't be calling your own father stupid. You need to watch what you say before you say it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. I'll say what I want when I want.
What do you mean? What has gotten into you?
You're not my father or even family to me. You're just gone. I can't possibly think that a piece of trash like you is my own father. There's no way.
You're really going to go that far? You don't want to stop at all? Look at you and your mother doing the same thing. Just cutting me loose as soon as you realize I don't have a job and I'm trying to pursue my dreams.
I mean, let's be real. I've always considered you to be nothing more than an ATM for me to get money from. But you don't even work as an ATM from now on, so you're completely useless to me. I don't need you. You're just some rotten old man with no job, no money, and now you have no wife or daughter. Mom and I are going to be living with each other, and we're never going to live with you ever again, you rotten sack of shit.
What the hell has gotten into you? What are you talking about not living with me?
Has Mom really not texted you yet? She said she would. Anyway, we're both going to be staying somewhere else tonight, where you aren't around. While we're over here having a great time, you make sure to pack your things up and leave. I want you and your stuff gone by tomorrow. Do you understand what I'm saying? You shitty, useless, rotten old man.
Janice, you seriously the same girl that I raised? My own flesh and blood? You're seriously taking all this too far. How could you say such things?
Taking it too far? I'm just telling you facts. If you think that's bullying, then that's your problem. I don't plan on meeting you from now on, so you better hurry up and get the hell out of our house. You're unwelcome now.
Are you two seriously planning on chasing me out of my home?
How about you talk about this kind of thing with Mom? I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm seriously getting tired of talking to you, so yeah. You're going to be blocked. Goodbye, shitty ex-dad.
You're not gonna stop, I understand now. Thank you for being honest with me. I just got a message from Janice. We just spoke for a little. She was seriously taunting me to no end. She wouldn't let up. What are you talking about me getting fired for? I didn't get fired and you know it. What did I ever do to you for you to act like this? I don't deserve this kind of abuse.
I don't have any kind of use for some old guy in his mid-40s with no job. Do you really think that you have some kind of value? Tell me right now what you think you're worth.
What? What are you talking about, my worth?
Let me elaborate what I mean then. In a single word, money. You were only keeping us together and staying with you because you were keeping us with money. If you don't have any money, we aren't family, and I'm pretty sure that Janice has already told you about how she doesn't consider you to be family. I just think that you're a piece of shit with no use to me, Janice or society, really. That's what both of us think.
You're taking this way too far and saying way too much. Are you being serious right now? Or is this all some kind of terrible joke?
You have no idea how serious I'm being right now. I can't be more serious. Truth be told, I kind of just wish you would cease to exist entirely. I don't want you to ever be breathing the same air as I am. Oh, and just to be clear, I'm going to be living in that house with Janice. You will be leaving. Right now, you need to just focus on getting all of your stuff ready. I'm going to be going back to that house starting tomorrow, and I don't want to see you there. Understood?
Yeah, I can't believe what I'm reading. I thought you were just messing around with me to try to josh me or something, but you're actually being serious about all the crap that you've been saying. I've been working this hard and tirelessly to devote my life for the success and happiness of this family. I'm glad to know that's what you thought of me right now, to be honest with you. I'll play by your rules then. I'll leave the house as soon as possible. It doesn't look like I'll be able to have a nice life if I try to stay around you two anyway.
So you finally figured it out, huh? You finally understand. Apparently you really didn't understand what your value was to this family and why exactly you were around with us at all. Did you really feel like you had any value around us when you quit your job? I mean, seriously, how? Janice is saying that she'll live with me too, so make sure that we get the divorce rolling because I want you to get the hell out of the house ASAP.
Alright, sounds good. You guys stay safe and healthy.
You better not show your face around us anymore.
I'll listen to you and give you what you want. I'll leave the house just like you said. I don't think I'll ever see either of you ever again, but thank you for everything that you two have given me up until now. I had a lot of nice memories. You guys take care.
Hey Jay, long time no talk, huh? It's been a minute. So, are you able to see me sometime? Maybe meet up for some coffee? I'm reaching out to you again because I want to live with you and everyone else again. Let's all live together again.
Excuse me, who am I talking to right now? Who is this?
What are you talking about, you silly goose? We're all family, remember? Janice is saying that she wants to see you too. She should be texting you soon. Come on, let's all live together again. I'm sure you've missed us too, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that with a cold hard no. What the hell are you talking about anyway, Anna? Have you completely lost your mind? We've gotten divorced. We're complete strangers right now. Do you understand? We're not family or friends. What exactly are you suddenly coming out and texting me for? Why are you really messaging me and wanting to live with me?
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. We're not completely strangers. We were married for over 20 years, and we're husband and wife for that time, too. You can't say that your own daughter is also some random stranger, right?
You and Janice are both guilty of wanting to chase me out of the house. I didn't want to, but you two chased me away. Why do I have to start caring about you two now? After all that you two have done to me? To me, you two are complete strangers. I don't know you, and I don't want to be involved in your lives.
You don't understand how difficult things have been over here for Janice and I. Are you sure that we can't live together anymore? Can I maybe change how you feel about that?
I don't care what kind of terrible tragedy is going on to the world's shittiest mom and daughter. It has nothing to do with me. Literally zip, nada, good luck.
We don't have anything to do with each other. Oh, come on now. Don't be saying mean things like that. I heard that your business was a huge success, right? It really took off.
Oh, you saw the TV program, did you?
I was actually incredibly surprised. You caught me off guard. I didn't think that I'd ever see you like this again. I really expected to see you some other way. I was so proud to see you, though. You were so incredible and amazing.
I did incredible things with my business, you're right. It took off. I became a restaurant owner that is so crazy successful that I even have my own TV cooking show now. I'm sure you saw the interview that CNN had on me, right? That's why I decided to reach out to me and see if you could get back together with me, right? It's clear as day that you're only in it for the money. I mean, could you make it any more obvious? You're such a wretched woman. I really don't believe how I could have married such a gold digger to begin with.
Why would you say such things like that? Come on. Don't be so rude. And so what if we were after the money? Is that really that bad of a thing? Besides, the whole reason that we divorced was because you decided to quit your job and be unemployed. I thought that you wouldn't have any form of income. That's why I had to split up with you. If you had money, then it was a waste to divorce you. I shouldn't have divorced you at all. What's wrong with wanting to live with you again? That's right, there's literally nothing you can say to explain how it's wrong.
The fact that you're sitting here bragging about how you want to live with me again really baffles me. How could you sit here proud like that? Let me rephrase what you're asking me. You want me to become your personal ATM, right? That's what you're saying. Let me just tell you right now, I have zero intention of being your ATM. If you don't have anything else for me, I'm gonna be leaving now. Please don't contact me again.
Please, just hear me out. Don't just leave me. I'm begging you. Hear me out. I thought that everything would be fine because Janice had a job and everything would be fine. But then she said that she didn't really like the workplace environment. She quit like 3 days later. Now she's just kind of holed up in her room and won't come out.
Ah, she's a shut-in, huh? It's gotta be pretty tough for everyone involved.
Right? You're worried now, right? You should be.
I mean, considering how aggressive she is, I'm sure she's not making it any easier on herself or anyone that wants to help her out either, right?
Wait, what?
That all should be solved on her own. I shouldn't have to help her out. She's already legal. You should be able to handle her own decisions and figure out her own things. There's nothing that I can do anymore. I've got nothing to do with you. You guys are the one that cut me off. I didn't want to at first, but you forced my hand, remember? Or did you forget?
But the circumstances are a little bit different now, aren't they? It's not the same as they were before. It's not my fault that Janice hasn't been able to keep her job. She's just like how you were before, unemployed. We don't have any income. Neither one of us do, you understand? What the hell are we supposed to do from here on out? Tell me. Even if we have the house, we can't survive with no money or income. It's just not possible.
If Janice isn't gonna work at all, how about you decide to pick up the slack and start working yourself? You're still in your early 40s and can literally do anything. At least any kind of part-time job.
I can't work right now. Are you kidding me? I haven't worked for over 20 years. It's too late for me. Also, you remember what little savings I had? The little amount that we were able to save up and manage to keep during the divorce? Janice used all of it up and even started taking out loans to pay for her stupid online games. She kept opening boxes or something. I don't know.
I see. I didn't realize how far she'd fallen. It sounds like you're gonna be having a pretty hard time living with her, huh? I mean, to be honest with you, I think you two deserve each other, and everything you've got coming your way. You guys just figure it out amongst yourselves, okay? I'll be focusing on my own work.
But then I'll have to work. I won't be able to do nothing all day while cashing in on someone else's hard work. I need to get back with you, and you need to get back with me, Jay. If we do, then we could just live together and everything's solved. You'll be happy and I'll be happy living off of you too. Why wouldn't you do that for me, Jay? Come on. You always just shut up and listen to everything I've told you to do. Just do this one more time and everything will be fine.
I've been listening to everything you've ever had to tell me for over 20 years. I never complained. I don't know how many times I've counted that I worked so hard, and yet I only got about $100 a month for money that I can spend freely. I always kept it to myself without complaining, though, because I thought that was what was best for my family at the time. I listened to everything you've had to say and always prioritized your directions. I even obeyed your orders for when you wanted me to leave the house. I didn't fight it. The house that I bought taken out alone, I made sure to change the title of the house to your name, and I gave you everything, Anna. I mean, that may be true, but what more do you want from me, Anna? What else can you squeeze out of me? I'm gonna live my own life from now on and not worry about anything else. I'm just gonna focus and do me. You should also focus on your own decisions and come to terms instead of being regretful of everything. We're completely done with each other, do you understand? There is no us anymore. I hope you understand that. The sooner you figure it out, the better. Don't contact me again.
How could you push me away like that and be so cold? Why are you being so mean? You're so rich that you shouldn't have to worry about it. Just reach out and save me. Come on. You don't understand the difficulties we're going through because we're taking a bunch of loans out. They're constantly coming to us for payments. Aren't you worried about your lovely ladies?
I don't really care what you're asking me. My answer is always gonna be a resounding no. I think that I've done more than enough for you two for 20 years. I really don't need to do anything more for you guys. And like I keep saying, you guys were the ones that wanted to get me to leave, remember? I didn't say anything about leaving. If you can't come back and say anything to me when I'm spitting cold hard facts, how about you just calm down and come to terms with the fact that you just need to give up?
I don't want to do any work.
Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I already have someone I'm seeing. So I'm not available or up for grabs at the moment.
What? Someone you're seeing? Like a girlfriend?
Yeah, so sorry to break it to you, but my private life and my professional life are both going extremely well. There was a reason I was waiting for over 20 years to do this. I think it's all worth it now. I get to wake up and go to my dream job and live my life however I like to live my life. There's really nothing more I'd like to ask for. I've literally got everything I'd ever hoped for.
You're really that happy? I don't believe you.
Janice has grown up and she's legal now. I have no obligation to give her any kind of advice or child support. I don't even have any kind of legal obligation to talk or otherwise be around you two works of art. Do you finally understand me, Anna? I'm not interested in you. You just have to live your own life and do your own thing because no one will help you or come to rescue you.
Are you seriously going to just abandon us like that, Jay? I'm so sorry, Jay. Please forgive me. We used to be such a lovely family. Come on. What are you talking about with a girlfriend? I'm sure she's just fun, right? You can't just be cutting us all away like that. That's the worst thing you can do to us.
What are you talking about? Why, you're acting like you're in some kind of drama or something. You literally did whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted for the past 20 years, using my money. But the second I quit my job, you cut me off like some kind of tumor being removed. Just remember that all of this was brought on by yourself. It has nothing to do with what I did to you.
I'm sorry, I promise that I won't do that again. I really don't want to work, and I really didn't expect you to be so successful, you know? I just felt like you were some useless, jobless slob. Please save me. Don't abandon me, Jay.
I'm gonna say no one more time. Stop making me repeat myself. How about you just try to live on your own for once, huh? You must be so glad that Janice decided to live with you.
Anna really didn't expect things to turn out the way they did when she reached back out to him. She was dumped and rejected immediately. She probably didn't expect him to cut her out of his life like that. Anna didn't feel like she wanted to work, and they eventually ran completely out of all their savings. They were drowning in debt, so she ended up working in a factory to make ends meet. Jay, on the other hand, ran his extremely successful restaurant business, and his luck didn't seem to run out at all. He was actually scheduled to get remarried to an ex-model. She was extremely beautiful. All of the tough things that he had to put up with through his life paid off. He finally started to feel like he was alive again. Anna saw him being successful on TV and kept messaging him every time she saw him doing better than before. She must have felt really in the wrong for everything and been upset about the fact that she couldn't have him as her man. She brought all of this on herself. Talk about revenge as a dish best served cold.